I have this odd quirk. I can't drift off to sleep without clutching a stuffed toy between my knees. A few nights back, as I was slipping into a doze, a voice echoed in my mind, "Ease up, you're squeezing too hard. I can't catch my breath." Jolted, I jerked my leg and a faint groan rasped near my ear. I stared at my plush cat, convinced I was unraveling. Jake. Was I imagining my crush's voice? To check, I smacked the plushie's stomach hard. Moments later, my phone lit up with a video call from Jake. At 2 a.m., we'd swapped numbers once by fluke. We'd never truly talked. Heart racing, I answered. There was Jake, Thompson University's aloof star, the guy I'd secretly pined for since freshman orientation. "Is this Jake?" I stammered. His eyes were bloodshot, voice rough, like he was holding back. "What are you doing?" he asked. "What else? Sleeping," I replied. He seemed to want to say more. Then his voice rang in my head again. "She can't know I'm tied to her plushie. She'd stop cuddling it." It hit me in 3 seconds flat. Jake was linked to my stuffed cat. And I could hear his thoughts. He sighed tense. "Cute plushie, but maybe don't hit it. It stings." My fist was still pressed into its belly. Guilty, I eased off and ran my fingers gently over its head. Jake's face flushed crimson. I acted oblivious. "You okay? You look off." "I'm fine, bug bite," he mumbled, but his thoughts betrayed him. "She's touching me. I love when she strokes it. Don't stop." I was floored. Jake, the untouchable ice prince, was a secret softy. I smiled. "Don't worry, I adore this plushie. I'll treat it well." That night, I hugged it as always, a habit since I was a kid. The next morning, my friend Emma yanked me toward the second cafeteria. "Move or we'll miss the dumplings." As we walked, Jake's voice hit me again. "When can I call her Laila too? I want to eat with her." I froze, scanned the crowd, and spotted him. Jake, cool and distant as ever. Our eyes met. He gave a slight nod. "She's ignoring me. I just want to sit with Laila." "Why are you eating here today?" Emma asked. Then a familiar voice beside me. "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" "Jake," Emma beamed. "Yes." "Sit with Laila." Jake glanced at me. "May I, Miss Thompson?" I nodded, keeping my face neutral. Miss Thompson, last night he'd whispered Laila in my mind as I held the plushie. Jake sat with his roommate, Ryan, who smirked. "You good, man? You look rough." Jake stayed quiet. Ryan grinned. "Told you to ease up on the cold showers." Emma blinked. "Cold showers? He's a neat freak," Ryan said. "Neat freak," I thought. Jake's thoughts slipped through. She smiled. "So adorable. I'm not a neat freak. Ryan's just teasing. If Laila hadn't held me all night, I wouldn't need 6 cold showers. Sweet agony. 6. I stole a glance. She looked at me again, worth coming here. Maybe tomorrow she'll look more. That evening I tried acting normal, tucking into bed with the plushie nestled as usual, but I was hyper-aware. Every rustle, every thought. I closed my eyes, faking sleep. Laila's heartbeat is so close. "Is this peace?" Jake's voice clear in my head. Then a new voice, faint, female. "Don't trust her, Jake. She's too close." My eyes flew open. Who was that? I scanned the room. Emma was snoring, one sock dangling off her foot. I touched the plushie, nothing, no Jake, until a faint groan of pain. I texted him, "You okay?" "Why do you ask?" "Weird feeling. Can we meet?" I blinked. Jake, the ice prince, wanted to meet at 2:47 a.m. Against reason, I agreed. We met by the old fountain behind the science building. The cold bit into my skin. Jake was there, hands in his coat, eyes darker than ever. "Thanks for coming," he said, voice trembling, not from the chill. "Jake, what's happening to us? To this plushie?" He hesitated, then spoke. "That plushie wasn't meant for you. It's part of a neural link project. My dad's company. Experimental tech, emotion-responsive stuffed toys for PTSD patients. But this one bonded with me instead." I stared. "You're saying you're linked to a sentient therapy cat?" "Yes, and now I'm part of your world." I laughed, half hysterical. "Why me?" He gave me a long look. "Because when it was shipped, I was thinking of you." My chest tightened. "You mean?" Jake stepped closer. "You're different, Laila. You saw me as human." I couldn't speak. Then, snap, a twig cracked. A shadow darted through the trees. Jake grabbed my wrist. "We need to go now?" "Who was that?" He didn't answer, just pulled me into a sprint. At the South Library entrance, he punched in a passcode I'd never seen students use. "Where are we?" "Just get in," he hissed. Inside, a dim server corridor smelled of copper and dust. Jake faced me. "They activated it, the severance protocol, a failsafe for unstable emotional bonds. If they cut it, I might face neurological backlash. My consciousness is partly in that plushie. If they sever it, I could lose everything tied to it." My breath caught. "You'd forget me?" His voice shook. "Yes, Laila. Who's doing this?" "My father and someone else on the team. They flagged our connection as compromised." "Why?" "Because I'm not supposed to feel this much for you." My cheeks burned. "Then we stopped them." Before he could reply, the plushie back in my dorm vibrated violently. Jake's eyes widened. "They're running it now." I grabbed his hand. What do we do? Hug it, hold it like your life depends on it. Because mine might. I sprinted to my dorm, diving into bed to wrap myself around the plushie, whispering, "Stay with me, Jake." Silence. Then warmth pulsed through it like a synced heartbeat. "Laila, thank you." But then another voice. "She's interfering. Initiate phase 2. Remove subject L from campus." My blood froze. They weren't just cutting the link, they were coming for me. I didn't sleep, clutching the plushie, terrified of letting go. By morning, Emma loomed over me. "You're hugging that cat like it's your lifeline." "It is," I whispered. She frowned. "Are you okay?" My phone buzzed. "Unknown, you possess restricted experimental property. Return it to Thompson Research Department immediately." "Then, you have 24 hours. I showed Jake through the plushie. "They know you're linked. You need to leave campus." "Where?" "Somewhere safe. I'll guide you." Emma, loyal as ever, handed me her bike. "I'll cover for you." I tucked the plushie in my bag and pedaled into the woods, following Jake's voice. "Left here. There's a cabin, my grandfather's, abandoned." The ivy-covered cabin was dry, warm. "You're safe for now," Jake said. "I feel you clearly." "What if they find me?" "We'll run together. I won't let them erase us." Then a new message from Emma. "They're here. 2 suits. Asked for your dorm, your schedule." I lied, said you're at a funeral. "They're tracking your phone." "Smash it," Jake urged. I hurled it into the cabin's fireplace, glass shattering. "There's a way to stop this," Jake said. "My father's lab has a file, Project Nix. The original link protocol. Override it and they lose control." "Won't that sever you too?" "Yes, I might lose all memories tied to the link, including you." My heart sank. "Not enough, we do this together." North Quad, Research Tower, Sub-Level 3, my clearance keys in the plushie. I unzipped the plushie's ear, finding a keycard with Jake's name. I was going into a corporate fortress to save him. Campus was quiet. Emma's lie had bought time. But near the North Quad, I saw them. 2 men in suits, earpieces, stone-faced. I ducked behind a statue. "Use the staff entrance by the greenhouse," Jake said. "The plushie's paw has my fingerprint." I pressed the paw to the scanner. Access granted. I was in. The sterile hallway's cameras didn't move. Jake had looped the footage. I descended to Sub-Level 3, where the air felt heavy with secrets. A glass door read Nix. Inside, servers glowed blue. I plugged the plushie into the terminal as Jake instructed. His voice came through the speaker, initializing override. Code flashed, encryption keys, neural syncs, my name, primary bond, Laila Thompson. Then red text, warning. Removing anchor will erase bonded subject's emotional retention. Proceed. Jake, if we do this, I know, but if we don't, they'll hunt you. I'd rather forget you than lose you. My fingers hovered over the key. The door slammed open. "Step away," Dr. Arden barked, Jake's father, flanked by guards. "You've gone too far, Laila." I stood my ground. "Then stop me." He raised a device and pressed it. Jake screamed through the speaker. The plushie spasmed. "No," I lunged, entering the override code despite the guard twisting my arm. I hit enter. System override, anchor locked. The plushie went limp. The servers whined, shutting down. Jake's voice whispered, "Thank you for choosing me." Silence. Dr. Arden's face cracked. "You sealed a corrupted protocol. We can't retrieve him." "Good," I spat. "Confiscate the unit," he ordered. "No," Jake's voice reeled from the doorway. He stood there alive. "I warned you not to touch her," Dr. Arden gaped. "Impossible, your consciousness was in the system." "Laila grounded me," Jake said. "Her imprint was stronger than your network." He knelt beside me, touching the plushie. It glowed faintly. "You built a prison, she made it a home." Jake's smile was fleeting but real. He tossed a small cube at the servers, and sparks flew, systems died. "Go," he yelled. We ran, his hand warm in mine, into the sunlight. Behind a shed, I gasped, "How are you here?" "Your presence was my beacon," he said. "The plushie pulled me back to my body." "They'll come after us." He pulled out a chip. "This is the memory vault. Project Nix's secrets, failed experiments, control logs, other subjects. We leak it. That could ruin your father, you. If it saves others, it's worth it." We stood together, the plushie glowing faintly. Tomorrow, the truth would be out. By night, we were ghosts. Emma gave us burner phones and an encrypted drive. In the abandoned broadcast studio, Jake uploaded the vault's data. Failed simulations, human voices, please, silence. "This is what they hid," Jake said. The plushie was a backdoor to manipulate memories. We scheduled the leak for 6 a.m. As Jake hit the final command, the door burst open. Dr. Arden with 2 agents. "This isn't you, Jake. She's twisted you." Jake shielded me. "You turned me into a product." "I chose this." An agent lunged. Jake pressed the plushie's paw, triggering a data discharge. Files flooded the net, irreversible. Dr. Arden pulled an injector. "If I can't control the story, I'll control you." He lunged. I stepped in front. The needle hit my side. Pain seared. I collapsed. Laila, Jake caught me. Darkness closed in, but I felt him, his arms, his panic. Please, let this be enough, I thought. His whisper followed, I won't let you go. I woke to antiseptic and beeping. I was alive. My side throbbed, but I felt every breath. And I felt him. Jake. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss the next chilling tale.